Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to St. Francis High School. We've got the Monsignor Martin Championship games.
Good evening and welcome to Holy Family Field for tonight's Monsignor Martin Catholic High School Athletic Association Finals between the Canisius Crusaders and
Check, 1, 2.
St. Francis Redbirds.
All right, folks, sorry about the technical difficulties there. We're here at Polian Family Field for the St. Francis and Canisius football game tonight for the Monsignor Martin Championship game.
And calmly to the closest exit. Will be ejected from the premises. Please note, if you leave the stadium, you will not be allowed to re-enter.
So this being a rematch between Canisius and St. Francis just 3 weeks ago. These teams played right here at St. Francis. Canisius so close, just 38 seconds away from winning that one. As in the final minute of play, St. Francis drove down the field, kicked a field goal, forced overtime 15-15. They end up winning 22-15 in overtime. I'm Jack Cruiser, joined alongside me with Paul Catrona. Paul, good to see you. Glad to be back.
Here.
Back at a football game, calling this one here for the Monsignor Martin Championship.
This is the game of the day in Western New York, in my opinion. Two old-time Monsignor Martin League foes who know each other very, very well.
And staying at least 6 feet from the sideline. Please note that anyone who enters the playing field will be ejected from the game. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your hat, as we honor America and all those who defend our freedom, both here at home and abroad.
We're off. What's that? Yeah, put these in there. The bottom two, yeah.
Bless America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, while it foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you, Coach Ross.
So we're squared away here at Polian Family Field for the Monsignor Martin Championship game between Canisius and St. Francis. Paul, like we said, these two historied rivals here, they know each other well. We talked to both coaches before the game, and both said it'll basically come down to who can stop the run better today.
Yes, I think in the first game you saw St. Francis really controlling the line of scrimmage, dominating at parts, and then that fourth quarter hit, and Canisius drove for that touchdown. It looked as if St. Francis was going to ice the game, came up a yard short, and from the blocked punt on was one of the most amazing ends of a game and into overtime that I've ever seen. It was a fabulous ending to that game. And Canisius, they're coming in with that with that spirit, they're overcome it, and St. Francis is saying we're going to do the same thing over again.
The final minute of play of that game just a few weeks ago, right here from St. Francis, it cost Canisius the game. They were down 12-0 going into the fourth quarter.
School administrators.
They score a quick one to start the fourth quarter, then a blocked punt that leads to a recovery for Canisius inside St. Francis territory with less than a minute to go. They end up taking a 15-12 lead, getting the 2-point conversion after the go-ahead touchdown to go up 3 points with 31 seconds left. The final 31 seconds, Paul, as you mentioned, were absurd. 2 15-yard penalties being called against Canisius. That put St. Francis not only inside Canisius territory, they also had a big completion over the middle for about 20 yards on that drive as well. But that set up a game-tying field goal from Luke Nowak, who sent that to overtime, 15-15. And then you thought you saw fireworks in the final minute. The first play of overtime, St. Francis Otremba sends a 20-yard touchdown pass to a freshman in his first game on varsity in Aaron Lawrence.
You know, we talked to Coach Smith about that play. I said, Coach, that was a stunner, a great call. And he, with a little sly smile, he said, yeah, we were fortunate. It was a great call. Everybody, I think, thought St. Francis is going to try to, punch it in on the ground. And it caught Canisius a little bit. I was watching the replay again. It was a great route run. The receiver was able to step inside the defensive back and make a great catch. As a freshman who was called up that week. Go figure.
How about that? So it'll be Nowak kicking it away for St. Francis to start this one. Canisius will receive wearing the white uniforms with the white numbers, black trim, gold pants. We'll try to get you as many numbers as we can here and names with Canisius. But Stu Boyer and everyone else that doesn't like the white on white, hey, guess what? Next year they're going away. New rule in Monsignor Martin will get rid of the white numbers on the white uniforms. We're almost ready for kickoff here from Polian Family Field. It's the Red Raiders and the Crusaders. Luke Nowak lining it up deep to receive for Canisius. They've got 2 back there. It's a high floater looking to potentially get an onside recovery here, but it'll be Canisius coming away with it at their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. And we see how Bryce Hopkins has dialed up this offense to start this game. It'll all start with their quarterback, number 9, Tyler Baker, on the season. 145 completions, 232 attempts. That's 13.2 yards per completion. 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions on the year for Baker.
I think Coach Smith has a few other surprises for us. So a high kick short on the kickoff.
Both teams not holding anything back here. Running back in motion, Baker pump fakes left, now throws over the middle. Pass is caught and getting beyond the 45-yard line, finally being tackled near the 50. Was number 16 for Canisius, that being Josh Fillion. Gets the first catch on the day. It'll bring up a 2nd down at about 2.
2nd and 2.
Two receivers stacked to each side, one in the backfield for Canisius on 2nd and short here. Just inside their own territory. Snap, handoff, goes to Hathcock up the middle. He turns to the left, tries to cut up the sideline, makes the play at the 40 before being taken down.
Great seal block on the outside, opened that hole right up.
Three wide left for Canisius. Baker in shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back to throw, looks over the middle, pass almost brought down, but falls incomplete. Intended on the play was number 3, Michael Doctor. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10, so Canisius not afraid to go to the air. We saw the rain come down a bit before kickoff. Seems to have slowed up, but we were just down on the field, Paul and I were, And it's definitely sloppy down there. It's not as bad as it was at Highmark Stadium earlier in the day for the sectional championship games, but here at St. Francis, the ground's still a bit slick. Not afraid to go to the air are the Crusaders. 2nd down and 10. Crowd gets into it here for St. Francis on defense. Baker in shotgun, 2 to each side. Steps back now, steps up in the pocket. He's taken down in the pocket.
Well, great rush on that one, Jake. It looked like one of the defensive backs were coming up. They did it a lot in the first game when he came up to the line of scrimmage like that. He would blitz. Instead, he dropped back with the receiver, and the line still had more than enough pressure to get to Baker.
Jimmy Scott was in on the tackle along with Nate Henrich.
Who else, right?
Of course, Jimmy Scott.
Great player.
Commit for Pitt already for next season. The senior standing at 6'3", 250 on that D-line. You don't want to get in that man's path. Now stepping up and throwing is Baker, looking right side, intercepted! St. Francis has it, and they're trying to return it here beyond the 40 to the 45 across midfield.
He's gone.
They're going to take this one all the way to the 10-yard line before a Crusader can catch him. Looked like that was Aaron Roseborough.
Aaron Roseborough with the interception.
And it was number 4, the sophomore, makes the play. And a huge one on the first drive for Canisius. Picks off Baker as he looks deep for the first time tonight and brings it all the way to the 10-yard line the other way. We've got a first down for St. Francis just beyond the 10-yard line.
Well, I spoke a little too soon. I thought he was running free. The receiver came up and tackled him. But, I was looking deeper in that route, and really Baker threw. There was three St. Francis defensive backs there. It was a tough throw to make.
1st and 10 from the 11. Otremba hands it off inside. It'll be a short gain, if any, there for the Red Raiders.
And really now it's
Ricardo
time for Canisius' defense to stand up, right? Try to make a stop, get that momentum back. We'll see on the next couple plays.
We see now number 1, Jimmy Scott, is in the huddle for St. Francis. Jimmy Smith says they don't want to rely on him too much as a running back. They want to keep him on that D-line, keep his legs fresh on defense. But he's out there right now at the fullback position. Handoff will go to Kidd. Trying to turn the corner. He won't be able to do so. Canisius is there, but he keeps churning the legs, fighting for extra yards. Will finally be taken down just at the 7-yard line.
He is a tough running back to bring down after seeing him a few games this year. Just as you stated, his legs just keep moving. Just a nice run there.
St. Francis, a few running backs on this roster that can do just that. Kimmel Clark, Ricardo Kidd, Jimmy Scott.
And Kidd, did you see his block there? He took out 2 men.
Handoff goes to the near side in Clark. He's trying to fight for the corner. Can't get to the goal line, just shy. He'll be tackled. Will he pick up the first down, though?
Clark with the carry.
Kamal Clark, another senior on this team. 5'10", 190. He's been solid on both sides of the ball for St. Francis so far this season. Clark entering today with 19 receptions, 155 yards through the air and a touchdown, and on the ground 2 touchdowns, 17 carries, 169 yards. Under center is Otremba. He'll take it himself, gets a push from the O-line and is running back, and Otremba is just short of the goal line.
First down.
But it will pick up the first down for the Red Raiders.
Great push off the offensive line. A tall quarterback reaching forward. It's tough to stop on that quarterback sneak.
6-0 is what St. Francis would like to make this game right here. A first down and goal, but Canisius, recognizing where they stand in this contest, take a timeout. Don't want to give up a quick touchdown here. 8:03 to go in the first quarter. We have no score. And we'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere. This is Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
When it's time to sell your home,
For the one.
when it's time to sell your home, start with a
Got
visit.
the Monsignor Martin Championship between Canisius and St. Francis. The Frannies knocking on the door. Handoff inside goes to Scott. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Number 1, Jimmy Scott.
They put the big D end in at fullback. The handoff right away. Almost faked a QB sneak there, Otremba did. Hands it off. Touchdown for St. Francis out of the Canisius timeout, and they're up 6-0 with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Well, you're the home team. You're coming off that dramatic, emotional win last time. A big defensive play, and you cash it in for at least 6. A great start for St. Franny's.
The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 7-0 lead for the Red Raiders. Just 4 minutes into this contest. So it took a while for any score in the last contest between these two, as it was a 6-0 game at halftime. Already, second drive of the game off the interception from Canisius, bringing it all the way back to the 10-yard line. St. Francis takes advantage of the turnover, punches it in for 6.
You know, I was just thinking both coaches are they're trying to be very, very aggressive. Coach Smith on the opening kickoff with a kind of a pooch kickoff, very dicey. Canisius throwing that ball very deep, somewhat in traffic, but really aggressive, saying we're gonna go back to what made us us. And with the interception and a tremendous return, St. Francis starts off 7-0.
No problem for St. Francis taking over at the 11-yard line after the pick. That set them up for that Jimmy Scott touchdown. The Bear gets his 4th touchdown on the ground this year. He's got 1 receiving, if you believe it, on the season as well. But notably, the defensive end put out there for short yardage opportunities for the Red Raiders. And it'll be a kickoff again here for Luke Nowak. This guy not unfamiliar with big-time plays as he sent the last game between these two to overtime with under a minute to go. He sends a high kick to around the 20-yard line. It'll bounce once, tipped by Canisius. Oh, and a risky play there as the Crusaders got a hand on it. It came out for a fumble, but recovering that was number 22 in white, that being Aiden Mecca.
Well, one last thing about that interception. Talking to Coach Smith before the game, I had mentioned how much I like his defensive backfield. And again, he was a very humble man, and he said, you know, they're working on it. They're work in progress. And I thought, yeah, and then I watched that. He must have had a smile a mile wide.
Baker will stand in shotgun. He's got a running back to his left, 3 wide left, 1 far to the right. Man in motion. Now the snap. Baker keeps it, looks to the right side, pass is complete, and turning the corner of the Crusaders and getting out of bounds just before the 30-yard line.
16. 29-yard line.
It was Josh Fillion on the reception. That'll bring up a second down and short here,
2nd and 2.
just before the 30 at about the 28-yard line. Second down and 3. Baker hands it off, turning the corner near side. Getting up past the 40-yard line. He'll pick up the first down and then some, that being Lamar Thomas, the senior running back, standing at 5'11", 175. Put the Jets on that one. Picks up 10. It'll be a first down for the Crusaders at their own 40.
And Canisius continues to be in the hurry-up offense, not trying to get Franny's not being able to set or maybe make substitutions that they might want to.
4 wide, 2 to each side stacked for Canisius. One man in the backfield. Shotgun snap into the hands of Baker. Looks near side. Pass is complete. Big hit there from St. Francis and number 3, Camille Clark.
Morgan with the reception. Kamal Clark with the tackle.
Nino Morgan got the pass there, wearing number 2 in white.
Gotta rush him.
3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Man in the backfield for Canisius. Baker going for the hard count. Doesn't get St. Francis to jump on 2nd and short. Ball at the 49, and a flag is thrown by the far sideline official. And that'll be a sideline warning called against Canisius.
Sideline warning, Canisius.
If you're the Crusaders, maybe you could use a few get-back men over there. Get yourself back on the sideline. Don't get onto the field of play. Bryce Hopkins maybe trying to give his team a few extra words of encouragement here as they line up along the left hash. Snap to Baker. Fakes the handoff. Goes near sideline and around the St. Francis 40. It is caught. Complete to number 10, Brett Papke.
Great backside throw. Great backside shoulder throw.
Pamke with the reception.
Papke, as soon as he turned around, ball was there in the numbers. He makes the catch. First down inside Red Raider territory at the 40. They keep the same formation, 3 wide to the left. Baker getting chased out of the pocket, rolls right, steps up, throws downfield. That'll sail over everybody and fall incomplete. Intended on the play looks to be number 16, Josh Fillion.
That's what you gotta do. We gotta flush him out.
Well, we knew that Baker was injured the last game. Canisius has come out, and they are just throwing that ball all over. And really, I think if Baker had a chance to have that over again, he had about 15 yards in front of him. Olive green, but he thought he could get it downfield.
Baker not afraid to run the ball at all either. He's second on the team in rushing, 361 yards on the year, 6 rushing touchdowns as well, entering tonight. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line, 2 to each side for the Crusaders. Snap to Baker, handoff up the middle. Oh, and a big hit there. St. Francis got there with number 8, Nate Heinrich.
Number 8, Nate Henrich with the tackle. No gain on the play.
Also stepping up there, Hayden Marling, the senior. 3rd down and 10 after no gain on the run. Canisius sends 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right with a man in the backfield, and Baker in shotgun. The Red Raider crowd getting into it, causing some noise. Baker steps up in the pocket. He's got a run on the right side. He's got a lane of grass, and he'll take it all the way down to the 35-yard line, where he's knocked out of bounds. But a first down for the Crusaders.
Baker with the carry, first down.
Baker makes it very difficult on the defensive line. If you overcommit or you get that little seam, he saw it. He just ran right through it. Channeling his best Josh Allen.
That's what you have to do nowadays. You watch that guy on Sundays. Every player in high school wants to be the next Josh Allen. But Tyler Baker, calm under pressure, tucks that thing and runs for an extra 12 yards. Picks up the first down, 1st and 10 Crusaders. Fullback in the formation. Baker's going to keep it. And he's tripped up. Looked to be number 8 again on the tackle as Nate Heinrich was back there.
Nate Henrich with the tackle.
Tripped up Baker just before the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for about a gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
A little RPO action there. He didn't like what he saw over to the right side. Franny's pushing in, and he tried to just bring it right up the gut, but only for a couple.
2 running backs in the backfield now. Man in motion is Doctor. Snap to Baker, fakes the handoff, takes it himself to the right sideline, turns the corner, tries to get some extra yards. He's still going, now out of bounds, inside the 15-yard line. That's another Crusader first down.
Baker with the carry.
Really?
Baker, we said before the drive, not afraid to put it on the ground.
And just such a nice run, really. I thought for sure that he was going to get stopped by the edge and put a little left foot in the step, and then just went directly right towards the sideline and ran it up for the first down.
Baker in shotgun with Thomas in the backfield. 2 stacked to the right, 2 stacked far to the left. They look to the sideline for coaching adjustments. Line is set. Here's the snap. Baker handles it. Quick pass to the right sideline, cutting inside and making the play there. It'll be a Canisius second down coming up as they only get about 8 or 9 yards on the play. Not enough for the first down. Make it a 6-yard gain, and we'll have 2nd and 4.
Gain of about 6, 2nd and 4.
Inside the 10-yard line now are the Crusaders. Not any problem moving on the St. Francis defense.
Now, what do you think? You know, they had a wholesale change of players. Maybe brought in the big package.
Yeah, that's what it looks like as we've got 3 lined up in the I formation for Canisius. Under center is Baker. Hands back to the up man. Fighting for extra yards, but St. Francis is going to get there and make the play. Led by number 51, Hayden Marling.
Gain of 3. 3rd and 1.
Is that Rory McGovern on the previous carry, wearing number 28? Could been. Again, apologies. Tough to read these numbers for Canisius, the white on white. Under center again is Baker, 3 behind him. Snap to the fullback now. Getting to the goal line, being pushed there. St. Francis is going to stop him short. As Kimmel Clark got in there for the tackle, keeping him out of the end zone, along with a host of Red Raiders. Guess who? Nate Heinrich was also there as well.
He's having a whale of a first quarter, right?
1st and goal for Canisius, however, and they'll keep the same formation going. 1 yard away from the end zone. It'll be a keeper for Baker. He'll walk into the end zone behind the O-line. Touchdown, Crusaders. So Canisius answers on the next drive after giving up the first touchdown of the game. We're at 7-6 with 2:46 to go in the opening quarter. Canisius also doing a fine job of killing off a lot of the clock.
Yep, you know, it's when you're watching high school football, and if you're a big NFL fan, you realize when you keep looking at the clock how fast it goes.
The extra point is up, and it is good.
And the extra point is good.
Alex Reynolds with the kick ties this thing up 7-7, 2:46 to go in the opening quarter of play from St. Francis High School and Polian Family Field. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
We welcome you back. Polian Family Field. 7-7 is our score between Canisius and St. Francis. Canisius answers on the previous drive, and now we look to the junior quarterback, Otremba, to see how he responds. With his first real opportunity from his own sideline, St. Francis picking off Canisius and bringing it all the way to the 10-yard line of the Crusaders. They're able to punch it in with Jimmy Scott for his first touchdown on the day, giving the Red Raiders what was a 7-0 lead. But now Otremba gets a lot of field in front of him, standing at his own 20-yard line. We see what St. Francis comes out. It'll be 2 wide on each side, 1 in the backfield, man in motion. Snap Otremba, handoff inside. Canisius' D-line is all over that one. Not much of a gain on that. as number 3, Kimmel Clark, had the carry on that one for St. Francis.
Clark with the carry.
Looks like he dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Got to love high school football, though, where, running is, in the old days, that's what you did. You ran the ball. Here you look at a 4-wide set. What do they do? Run the ball. Trying to stretch that field and find those seams that if they can do it. Some things in football really never change.
That big D-line of Canisius, though, not afraid to get down and dirty in the trenches, as they know that's where this game could potentially be won, is between those lines. Snap Otremba looks near side, will throw. It's just too far ahead of the receiver, but there may be a flag on the play. No flag. Incomplete. Looking for number 9, Malik Williams.
3rd down.
Although if you ask any of the Franny's coaches, I think they had a flag they wanted to throw out there.
Looked like that one was just too far ahead of Williams on the play.
Yeah, and I think the contact was really incidental.
Good coverage along the near side by number 26 in white in Donovan Davenport. 4 wide for St. Francis, 3 to the left. Otremba looking down the middle, will fire a pass. That one tipped and intercepted. Canisius has the ball. How about that one?
Yep, just a little underthrow. Need a little more air underneath that one. The Canisius linebacker made a great leap and came down with it. Juggled a little, but came down with it.
It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Otremba looked over the middle of the field. A lot of bodies crossing there. It gets tipped, and Canisius brings it down.
34.
Like that could have been Lamar Thomas on the play. Number 6, the big man who gets it done on both sides of the ball for Canisius. Regardless, it's 1st and 10 Crusaders inside St. Francis territory at around the 34-yard line. Baker in shotgun with Thomas to his side. Will roll to the right, step up in the pocket, and throw to the end zone. He's got a man. Oh, it's just too far ahead to the left side of the diving receiver in the end zone. Incomplete. We'll have 2nd and 10.
Yeah, great movement, right? Roll to the right, have a post come in the opposite direction. You know, Baker would love to have that one back.
That one intended on the play was Nino Morgan, the 5'7" speedy receiver, weighing in at 145. Got behind the defense there, but Baker couldn't lay it for him. In the end zone, it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield for Canisius. Man in motion is Doctor. Snap goes to Baker. Handoff up the middle. That'll be stopped. Heinrich there to make the play, as was number 11 for St. Francis, Gavin Calkins.
Henrich and Calkins combined for the tackle.
Looked like that was Thomas on the run.
And Hendricks just really cut in the corner and just coming straight down that line with a lot of speed and a lot of power on that tackle.
3 to the right now, 1 to the left in Doctor for Canisius. Thomas in the backfield steps up to the right of Baker. Baker in shotgun. Set, takes the snap, belt high, steps up in the pocket. He puts it down and will get to around the 30-yard line. He's tripped up and will fall to the 27. First, near the first down marker. It'll be just short.
Gain of 7.
This will be 3rd down. Make it 4th and 3 for Canisius. A crucial play here for St. Francis. Baker in shotgun. Looks like he tried the hard count there. Looks to the sideline. Gets the play call. Receivers stacked on each side. 4th down and 3 inside St. Francis territory off the turnover. And we're going to have a timeout here. Jerry Smith doesn't like what he sees. He'll talk it over with his squad.
That was an explosive run up the middle by Baker. I believe he had a little issue with his hamstring. It looks like he's fully healed now.
4th down and 3. If you're Canisius, they haven't shown the ability to really get past that St. Francis D line on the ground yet. Maybe you look for a quick pass, a screen out of the backfield potentially, something across the middle, but something where it seems like Canisius' best plays on the day so far. Though Baker did have a pick on the first drive, their best plays have been through the air.
Yeah, they have been, but again, some type of RPO perhaps. You want Baker to have that ball. You want him to decide if he's going to put it up in the air or run it. He's had success on the edges, getting around the end. So it's a tough call, but that's what coaches are paid for. The head coach is going to make all that money for, right?
Tyler Baker just under 2,000 yards passing on the season. Canisius 4-2 overall, 1-1 on the road. That one loss coming here to St. Francis. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun for Baker. St. Francis sideline calling it out. Baker takes it himself. He's going to run up the middle, and he's got the first down and then some. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. That'll be a first down for Canisius. Oh, potentially they're going to bring the yardsticks out as, I beg your pardon, thought he got well beyond the first down marker, but they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
From our angle, it looks to be a yard ahead, but of course we're at a little funny angle here.
Well, and after all the heat the officials took last game between these two at St. Francis Canisius, they don't want to take any chances giving anyone any advantage if you're an official in tonight's contest.
The old chain gang's coming out, and we had a nice talk with one of its members before the game.
That's a first down.
First down.
Chuck that one up to the broadcasters. We got that one on the first call.
And as I told her, I would be too afraid to do that job. Those boys are pretty big.
Don't want to get clobbered on the sideline. We see camera crew. We see officials get hit sometimes on the sideline. Got to keep your head on a swivel when you're working near the field, especially in a game like that as the competitors and the athletes that these two teams have. 1st and 10 for Canisius as the clock winds down in the first quarter. It's a pitch in the backfield, looking to throw it potentially, and Baker will to the right side. Oh, it falls incomplete. Looking to the end zone. He had 2 receivers there, but 2 Red Raiders in coverage got there to make the play. And that'll end the first quarter, or just about. There's 1 second, 1 tick of the clock left in the first quarter of play. Canisius will get one more play here on what will be 2nd down and 10. So it seems like Canisius, Bryce Hopkins, not afraid to take the shot to the end zone on 1st down. Aggressive coaching, but that's the new style. It seems like go for 2, take the shots right away. Statistically, they say, it'll work out in your advantage. 2 to each side for Canisius, 1 in the backfield. St. Francis drops back now. Looks like what could be a zone coverage here. Baker recognizes it, calls it out. Now takes a snap, a high one, has to duck under the lineman and gets rid of that one before he gets taken down. Scott was in the backfield quickly.
3rd down.
Yeah, that was just a tough snap for Baker to handle, really. He had to reach very low for it and just really had no time to set his feet and just threw it out there.
The high snap, coupled with the pressure from Scott and Balam Miller, wearing number 50 for St. Francis, forces the incompletion, and that will end the first quarter of play. 7-7 is our score between Canisius and St. Francis. It's the Monsignor Martin Championship. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere. This is Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
We welcome you back. Polian Family Field, St. Francis High School, Canisius and the Red Raiders tied 7-7 here to start quarter number 2. Canisius' ball, 3rd and 10, just inside the St. Francis 25-yard line. Snap to Baker, takes it himself, pitch to the running back behind him, turning the corner, and getting down to around the 10-yard line are the Crusaders. It'll be just near the first down marker, and they'll give it to him. First down for Canisius. So a 3rd and long conversion for the Crusaders sets him up for a 1st and goal in the red zone.
In at 10, first down.
That was Lamar Thomas running on that one, wearing number 6 in white.
I was thinking Coach Gorman channeled his best Big 8 counter pitch dive, similar to the 70s offenses I was talking about a little while ago.
2 to each side, 1 in the backfield for Canisius. Man in motion. Baker has it. He'll take it himself and dive forward after being tripped up near the line of scrimmage. As that was number 50, Bala Miller, getting the tackle again there for St. Francis.
Bala Miller with the tackle.
2nd down and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6.
Looking at Baker's length too. When he runs forward, he falls forward. He's a tall boy, and he's picking up at least a yard and 2 yards on that fall.
Baker standing 6'1", weighing at 180. He was a sophomore on that state championship team just a few years ago in 2019. He takes the snap, runs to his right, rolling out, being chased, throws on the run to the end zone. It'll fall incomplete as he was looking to the near side where he had Michael Doctor.
I think we have some men down the field. I think they were expecting a run. Baker tried to do his best and just dumped that ball, but his linemen were down about almost 9 yards down the field.
This one will be against the Crusaders. They'll back him up.
So you know, when you're thinking about it, it's a 5-yard penalty.
After the penalty, it's 2nd down and 11.
If he would have been caught, he'd probably been about 2nd and 15. He probably saved a few yards just doing that.
2nd and 11 coming up here. Baker with a running back to each of his hips. 2 wide right, 1 wide left. Takes the snap high, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run with it. He's being chased, and he'll be taken down. No, he's continuing as he bounced out of that. He had 4 linemen all around him, found the hole, eventually gets a pickup of about 7 or 8 on the play.
Slippery.
It'll bring up 3rd down rather, here for Canisius.
Number 3, Kamal Clark with the tackle. 3rd and 8.
3rd down. We saw them convert a previous 3rd and 10 on this drive to set them up inside the red zone. Let's see what the Crusaders have dialed up here. Baker in shotgun with 1 behind him. Will take it himself and throw to the end zone. 1-on-1 coverage, looking for his man, out of bounds. It's caught, but incomplete, out of bounds in the end zone.
Pass is complete, but out of bounds.
Could have been Josh Filion on the catch there, but just couldn't stay in bounds. Had the single coverage. It's the look they wanted.
It's the look they wanted. I saw man coverage on the wides. Unfortunately for Baker, or for the Canisius side, Franny's came with about 7 other guys, and Baker had to get rid of it quickly.
Here is Alex Reynolds lined up for the field goal. Snap high, handled by the holder. It will tuck inside. No, it will be good. And we've got a flag on the field.
Flag on the play.
Reynolds' longest kick, a 35-yarder on the year. 2 for 6
What do you think
from
you
field
would do?
goals.
Take points off the scoreboard? Running in the
If I'm
kicker?
Canisius, I'm killing as much clock as I can. I'll take the yards, I'll take the penalty, and I'll keep the ball on the ground. but I'm not paid to coach
Okay.
this football team.
And I'm channeling my my inner
Field goal is good. Running into kicker.
running into the kicker. Well, I was channeling my best Paul Brown saying, don't take points off the board, Paul. It's always a tough choice. We have an argument weekly with a daughter of mine and I. She's exceptionally aggressive. And always just take it off. Don't worry about it. They'll score more, the Bills. And it's tough to take the points off.
10-7 our score after the Reynolds field goal puts Canisius up for the first time in tonight's contest. 10-7 our score. Already more scoring than we saw in the first half of the previous matchup.
Yes. It's we were talking earlier. I had just talking about possible things that could happen tonight, and I was wondering if Canisius was going to try to keep it on the ground, like do something that they're not normally known for. Except that I see, you see a lot of run-pass option with Baker, so I guess it's kind of a best of both worlds with the Canisius team. And as Coach Smith said, St. Francis, they want to pound it, and then they want to play off that play action.
Reynolds will line this one up at the 45 after the penalty is tacked on. 9:43 to go in the first half of play. 10-7 Crusader lead off the Reynolds field goal. And it'll go for an onside here. They've got it, but it didn't get 10 yards. So it'll go out of bounds. The flag will be tossed, and St. Francis is going to get the ball right where it went out of bounds, just in their own side of midfield. Canisius, though, not afraid to pull out an onside kick. That was clearly what they were trying to do there, sending a high pooch kick, looking to get St. Francis sleeping on the front line.
Both coaches being exceptionally aggressive on their kicking game. It hasn't worked out, but as we watched that kick, it looked like it was beautifully pooched, and I don't know if the wind picked up. There's a little bit of a wind, might have pushed the ball back, and it worked out for St. Franny's.
It'll be 1st and 10 for St. Francis. They get the ball on the other side of the 50-yard line at around the 48. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. They've got 3 out to the left. They'll make it 2 to each side. Otremba in shotgun with 1 behind him. Kimmel Clark lined up in the backfield for St. Francis, and a timeout on the field as the officials will confer. Could be where they're going to put this ball here. Jerry Smith arguing his case to the official, and they'll continue to have a word about this. A game of inches, every yard matters, of course. Jerry Smith not going to let the officials take any yards away after that kick went out of bounds. Will set up where the officials originally placed it at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for Otremba and the Red Raiders. Otremba takes the snap, hands it off inside. Clark couldn't get past the D line of Canisius. Right at the line of scrimmage, it'll be 2nd down and 10 after no gain.
Yeah, Canisius really stout on the point of attack right there. Playing a much stronger defensive line game than the previous one 3 weeks ago. This is really an exciting game. Some surprises, but some old-fashioned smash mouth football going on too.
2 on each side. Otremba hands it off to the middle, and breaking free will be number 2 in Ricardo Kidd.
Ricardo Kidd with the carry. Is there a flag? Flag on the play.
We've got a flag on the field.
Holding.
Could negate this call, and it's against St. Francis. It'll bring that big run back as Kidd got all the way inside the 15-yard line. This one will come back, though. And
showed great speed, didn't he?
Jerry Smith isn't happy about it.
No, and, it's a spot foul, so it happened down the field. So they'll still have a decent gain, but not what it was.
That'll bring them back to around the 39-yard line, but it will be a first down, 1st and 10 for St. Francis. Kid in the backfield, 2 receivers to each side. Snap Otremba, handoff to Kidd. He gets to around the 30-yard line, where he's tackled by a gang of Crusaders. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5 or so.
Kidd with the carry. Gain of 5. 2nd down.
As the ball stays on the ground, the clock continues to run. 8.5 to go in the first half of play. It's the Monsignor Martin Championship. These two teams know each other very well. They met here at St. Francis just a few weeks ago, an overtime classic between the Crusaders and the Red Raiders that had one fan base quite upset at the team in stripes on the field in Canisius. St. Francis took every inch of penalties that they received. Otremba handoff. Not much to do there for St. Francis.
Jake, as you were saying, and we were talking just before the kickoff, that last 30 seconds, I didn't understand the helmet-to-helmet, and you explained that you had talked to somebody. The Canisius player actually lost his helmet, but continued on the play. Where under rule, they're supposed to just stop, maybe move towards the sideline. And, you know, I could see why. Because at first when I saw it, I didn't really see a head-to-head. But officials have a tough job. They have to enforce those rules.
No one wants to be the official.
No, but that's a safety rule, and they wanted to make sure these kids are safe.
3rd down for St. Francis, 3rd and 5 inside the 30-yard line, right at the 29, and we've got a timeout by St. Francis. And we will join you right after this timeout. 7:15 to go in half number 1. 10-7, Canisius leads. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider.
3rd and 5, we welcome you back for the Monsignor Martin Championships. 3rd and 5 for the Red Raiders at the 29-yard line. Otremba drops back, looks for the screen pass. He's got the running back out of the backfield. They continue to fight forward, and we've got a flag way back at around the 40-yard line. We see where they mark the end of the play. Looks like the run stopped shy of the first down marker by about a yard, but we've got a holding call against St. Francis. That'll back them up even more. 2 holding calls on this drive alone. Keep St. Francis away from the red zone.
Really, those kind of mistakes can just really, really are a heartbreaker for an offense. The first holding occurred behind the play after the runner had passed him. This one was definitely the tackle with the D end. He took him down.
The officials will walk off the yardage and place St. Francis back at the Canisius 38-yard line or so. No, make that the 43. So it'll still be 3rd down here for St. Francis.
And holding being a spot penalty. So it's even more punitive.
After the penalty, it's 3rd and 17.
This just outside of Otremba's longest pass of the year, being 41 yards. So you look to the junior quarterback in this situation. Paul, if you're in this situation, are you going for half the yardage, try to set up a manageable 4th down potentially, or just go for it all?
I'm going for half. I'm thinking my kicker can maybe make this. He's got a lot of wind behind him too.
Otremba in the pocket, rolls to the right. He's being chased there, and he's met by a tackler and will throw way short, out of bounds along the far sideline, around the 35-yard line, falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and long. Not what you want to see if you're Jerry Smith and the Red Raiders.
No, but I think the St. Francis team thought what you were thinking. They're going to go. They were going downtown. All their receivers were down 20, 25 yards.
Canisius' D-line, though, the pressure gets to the backfield. Otremba forced to roll right. He had a few receivers over there, but now St. Francis will line up to punt on 4th and long. 4th and about 18.
You don't want to be number 3 right now, right? Coach Smith just pushed you in. It's punt. You got to get out there.
Timeout, Red Raiders.
And there you go. Smith maybe not too happy. Players not aware when they're going to be on the field. We'll take a timeout as they do on the field. 6:27 to go in the first half of play. 10-7 Canisius. We've got a 4th down coming up.
It's weird to take it.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
We welcome you back. Napoleon Family Field, St. Francis High School. Western New York Athletics, Jack Cruiser, joined by Paul Catrona. 4th down and 19 for St. Francis. They line up to punt and will do so. It gets blocked by Canisius. They've got it. Otremba recovers it, but that'll just put Canisius inside Red Raider territory. Inside the 40-yard line, the Crusaders take over. Another blocked punt. So we saw this last time these two teams played. A blocked punt lead to a touchdown that put Canisius on top, 15-12 late in that one. Another blocked punt here as Canisius seems to have Franny's number on the punt unit.
Yep, special teams, right?
Out of the timeout as well.
Out of the timeout.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
We saw the timeout called by St. Francis. They had 9 men on the field for the original punt. 1 runs on late. Now here's a quick throw on 1st down that is caught by a Canisius Crusader inside the 30-yard line, finally tackled around the 27.
And as you stated, Coach Smith sees the not enough players on the field, got one on the field, realized there's still one missing. Okay, timeout, let's talk about it, because they wanted to make sure something like that doesn't happen, and then it does.
1st and 10 for Canisius after the 10-yard pickup through the air. Under 6 minutes to go in half number 1. St. Francis lining up one safety deep. Canisius will put 2 receivers on each side, 1 in the backfield. And now we'll have a timeout on the field called by Canisius. As St. Francis is out of timeouts for the half, Canisius takes one themselves.
They want to talk it over. They know they scored a touchdown here. They're in control of this game for late in the first half. Something they weren't able to establish in that first game. Couldn't score any points. Couldn't get anything rolling.
Something out of this timeout you got to look for. Big play. We know Canisius isn't afraid on 1st down to take the shot to the end zone with their quarterback Tyler Baker. They've got weapons out wide. Michael Doctor. They've got Josh Fillion at running back. They've got a few options. Lamar Thomas leading the way there. Nino Morgan, another option they've taken shots to deep on 1st down. So we'll see. Canisius wouldn't be too surprised if they look end zone out of this timeout, standing at inside the 30-yard line. Not in the red zone yet, but they know that they're running game hasn't necessarily broken past that St. Francis D-line yet.
But, it's an interesting point. They had one deep on St. Franny's had 1 deep on the safety. Coaches are looking at that, perhaps thinking, let's get this timeout. If they come out in that same defense, we want to be prepared to go down the field with it.
Looks like they will match up in man defense with a safety up top, 2 out wide to the left. 2 in the backfield, 1 to the right. Now man in motion puts 3 to the left. The snap doesn't go. Everyone else moves for Canisius except the center. That'll back them up 5 yards on 1st down.
My dad, when he was alive, if he'd see that, he said, "Now, how can the center not know the snap?" But he would probably say it in Italian with words I can't say on the air.
You see it a lot more often, I feel, in high school than you do the NFL, but
It happens.
it happens at every level of the sport. You get the snap count wrong. Canisius will reset back 5 yards now, 1st and 15, inside the 35-yard line at the 34. Baker in shotgun with 1 behind him, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Snap goes through his hands. Baker recovers and will throw this one. It gets tipped, and it'll be incomplete as it got tipped by 2 Canisius receivers downfield.
Baker's pass.
It'll be incomplete, 2nd down and 15. So Baker doing a nice job to fall on that one, pick it up and throw it away. No loss on the play, as that what looked like could be a big negative for Canisius on that one.
Baker's mobility is
2nd
saved now. The one on the previous drive where he got called for, I'm sorry, it wasn't grounding, but any case, and on this one too, he moves out, gets rid of the ball, saves that yardage for Canisius.
Baker in the pocket, steps up, throws across the middle. He's got a man there at around the 25-yard line.
Baker's pass complete.
That was Michael Doctor on the slant route making the catch at the 25. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Crusaders.
I had meant to say Canisius was actually in a run, but Baker, by scrambling, saved them from being sacked, and he did it again. He's really moving around well, so that hammy has to be healed up.
Of course, Tyler Baker standing at 6'1", not as tall as some of his O-linemen up there. Standing at 6'5", Gavin Susfolk. Snap to Baker. Delivers right side, looking for his man Doctor. Couldn't get it to him. It was short and out of bounds. Incomplete. And here's another 4th down for Canisius. Kicked a field goal on the last drive.
4th down and 8.
Maybe this is a bit too far to kick a field goal here for high school, sitting at the 28-yard line. But no, they're going to bring out the kicking unit. Why not? I talked to Bryce Hopkins before tonight's contest, and he said how Blake Hawbill's been coming back to help coach this team and help coach Alec Reynolds, their new kicker, who is just a junior. Hawbill, of course, spent 4 years at Ohio State, spent a little time on Tennessee's roster this offseason, gets cut looking for his next chance in the NFL. We know those come quite often for kickers in the league. So we look to see this one. It'll be from 45 out. It's up from Reynolds, and that'll be short. No good.
And the field goal attempt is
So St. Francis will get the ball back inside their own territory at their own, about the own 28-yard line.
You know, I've been watching the flag on and off. Now it's a crosswind. As he's ready to kick the ball, it looks like the flag dropped. The wind. We're right next to Lake Erie, and the winds here can be blowing 1 second, not blowing the next second. He's got a good leg. I've seen him kick a few pretty far kicks, so it's probably had a pretty good feeling he might be able to do it.
When you say right off of Lake Erie, for our viewers across the country, we're not talking just in general. We're talking right across the street is the lake.
Is the lake, and we could watch and tonight's a windy night in Buffalo. You can see the waves crashing against the break wall.
Otremba takes a snap, hands it off, and cutting on the outside is Ricardo Kidd. Tries to turn up field. Canisius swarms the ball and will stop it for a minimal gain.
Kidd, the ball carrier.
Canisius' defensive line tonight compared to the last game, not getting as entangled in those blocks. They're shedding their blocks much better, and you could see them roll down the field, move down the field laterally to be able to make a wall. Kidd's got his legs moving, but that was just too big of a wall to get through.
That defense led by Braden Vanderberg on the previous play at linebacker. Handoff outside, trying to make a cut along the left side of the O-line is number 2 in Kidd. Short gain again for St. Francis. 3rd down as they go to the ground on the first 2 plays of this drive in their own territory after the missed Canisius field goal. Under 4 minutes to go in the opening half of play. Canisius, St. Francis. Canisius on top, 10-7. They run again with Kidd. Or make that Otremba. He took it himself, but another minimal gain. Just gets past the 25-yard line. He's tackled at the 25. This will be a 4th down and 5 to go, and they'll send out the punting unit.
I know that's not always popular with fans, but we're looking at a 10-7 game, 3 minutes left. You're deep in your end, and as I've mentioned, these winds coming across the field, making it very difficult to throw the ball. Coach Smith has been here many years. I think he's got a plan for the second half.
Movement before the snap, a flag on the play. This could be crucial if it was against the Crusaders, but they're all pointing at St. Francis. And it will be against the Red Raiders. They'll back up 5.
But half the fun of being a fan, right? What would I do? What would you do? And then we can argue out who was right, and then the coach does something totally different.
And it's always the official's fault as well. 4th down and now 10. Luke Nowak stands, and it's a fake punt. They go throwing along the near side. It's tipped and finally caught! What a catch from number 13, Jeremiah Neely, the sophomore at gunner on the punt formation, goes up the hash mark, makes a catch, tips it 1, 2, 3 times, makes the play, and the Frannies continue on offense.
So I was one punt off, because I thought last time he may go for it, and that was that situation with the players. Just a great call, caught Canisius off guard, and then what an acrobatic catch.
After the punt blocked on the previous punt, now here's Otremba in the pocket. Receivers flood downfield. Otremba to the left sideline. He gets hit hard. Ball comes out, and he'll be ruled down. The ball was down. In on the tackle was Braden Vanderberg. He got there quickly. Otremba forced out to the left sideline, had to throw, but everyone covered downfield. Didn't have anyone to go to quick enough. Just under 2:30 to go in the first half. It'll be a 2nd and long.
I think some of the Frannies fans thought that hit was a little high on him, but I thought it was a clean hit, really.
Second down and long here for St. Francis inside the 30-yard line at the 28. Snap high, Otremba bobbled it. It's then picked up by Clark, and he'll try to make something out of nothing there. And it'll be another loss on the play for St. Francis as they're back all the way to their own 20. So they complete the fake punt. They get the first down, but now they're right back to where they were, where they would have punted a few downs ago. 3rd down and long now.
And strange as it seemed, it looked like Clark was trying to get the ball from Otremba on that high snap, and that was just a mess, huh? Just a mess. Huh?
3rd and 26. Otremba had to try to bring that one down. Luckily, Kimmel Clark was there to grab it in midair, tries to make a play, but Canisius' defense recognizing the pressure that they needed to put on that one, get there in time, bring him down behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 26 here for the Frannies. Otremba in the pocket, rolls to the left, looking for his man downfield, and he tried to hit Clark across the middle. It falls incomplete.
Tremba's pass incomplete.
I know that, don't you know that?
Momentary discussion along the sideline, but punting team finally comes on out.
Don't think we'll see a fake punt on this one, but we could be proven wrong.
Stranger things have happened in this series just this year.
Already the previous 2 punt formations for St. Francis, a blocked punt that led to a Canisius missed field goal. Special teams is what comes down to in this first half. Block punt, missed field goal, 4th down, fake punt conversion, and now we've got another punt here for St. Francis at their own 20-yard line.
Not to mention kickoffs that were short, kicked
onside
wide,
kick
side.
Opportunities. Yeah.
It's been a strange special teams night.
And a flag is thrown before the snap. Could be a delay of game here. 1:31 remaining in the opening half of play in quarter number 2. 10-7, Canisius the lead off the Alex Reynolds field goal that came a while ago at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. We've gone 6.5 without a score. We've come close. Alex Reynolds will tell you he kicked another field goal in those 8 minutes that came up about short. Now the punt will be set away by Nowak. It'll go out of bounds inside St. Francis territory at the 42.
And the Luke Noah punt is out of bounds at about the 43.
You know, I wonder if the wind is playing a factor on those snaps in any way. Just, you know, it seemed like the last 3 snaps have been just either high, low, to the wrong side.
We pause, apologize for the technical difficulties. Our staff is on it right away. We'll give you the call. Don't you stop listening. We got you here at Western New York Athletics. 1:24 to go. Bad snap in the ground. Baker picks it up and throws it to the near sideline. It's intercepted. St. Francis has the ball. Going down the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown! Logan Rieska picks it off in coverage, makes the play, pick 6 the other way, touchdown St. Francis.
And once again, we see a bad snap, a quarterback trying to get the ball out of his hands, probably a little too quick, not a sharp pass, a great interception for a pick 6.
Baker's second interception on the day puts St. Francis up 13-10 with 1:12 after their offense stalled in their own territory. Their defense gets it right back. 13-10, awaiting the extra point.
And as I had mentioned earlier, I was very impressed by the St. Franny's DBs the last game. Twice now they have stepped up, and 2 interceptions, playing very, very well.
Luke Nowak winding up for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. 14-10 our score with 1:12 to go in the opening half of play.
Well, we talked about we've seen many strange things in the last 30 seconds of the last game, and it just continues in this one.
Canisius thought they got away with one there. They go back to the air with Baker, as they have all day. Baker throws his second interception on the day. They tried to bring him down as they had a man that the pass was intended to in Doctor chasing after Logan Rieska after the pick. They were able to chase him down on the first interception and get him down inside the 10. That set up St. Francis's first score on the day. So 2 interceptions set up 2 scores for St. Francis, as their offense can't seem to figure out Canisius' defense, but they don't need to if their defense is going to get picks like this.
What do they say? Defense wins championships. Offense wins games.
This being the Monsignor Martin championship game. 14-10 is our score with 1 minute to go in half 1. Jack Cruiser, Paul Catrona here on Western New York Athletics. Station identification always important here. We thank you for tuning in as St. Francis goes up on Canisius.
You know, it's funny. This is like a battle of the Titans. One haymaker connects, the next you get back on your feet, you do it to your opponent. You just kind of felt the momentum switching over to Canisius, and now poof. It's all for Franny's right now.
St. Francis lines up at the 40-yard line for the kickoff. It'll be Luke Nowak there after the Logan Rieska pick 6. And blowing in the wind as the ball will fly off the tee. They'll bring in a holder for the kickoff. Apologies on the video correction here on the stream. We're getting it all squared away for you. Here from Polian Family Field, St. Francis High School. 14-0 St. Francis lead, as now here's the kickoff from Nowak with a holder now. This one will float to around the 20-yard line and go over the heads of Canisius' return man. He's going to pick it up inside the 5-yard line and now try to fight for more yards beyond the 10. He's tackled. Canisius will have it deep inside their own territory, inside the 15.
You know, we're in Buffalo, so we're really attuned to special teams with our Super Bowl teams. With Steve Tasker watching this, and unfortunately for the Canisius player, that wind, I just think it carried the ball a lot longer than he thought it was. It went right over his head.
It did look like that thing was dropping it around the 25-yard line. It ends up taking a bounce at the 19, all the way down inside the 5, where then it stopped rolling. So, of course, Canisius says, well, we have to pick it up here. Can't let St. Francis recover this one. And now Canisius sets up in their own territory. Baker in shotgun with one to his left. 2 receivers on each side. Snap, and now Baker tucks it and runs to the left, turning the corner as he tries to find a hole. Will take it out of bounds beyond the 15-yard line.
Baker, the ball carrier.
A minimal gain on that one, but it does stop the clock. 1:01 to go.
Interesting. No lack of aggression on Canisius's part. They really could have handed the ball off twice and just, regroup at halftime. But they're still pushing.
Still a minute of play here, and we've got a timeout on the field for an injured St. Francis Red Raider.
So you've asked me what I would do. Now I'm going to turn it to you. What would you do in this situation?
In this situation, if I'm Canisius, I'm looking to get some more points on the board. We've got a field goal kicker that's made one already. Sure, he's missed one, but if you can get a play, you saw what could happen in a minute of play in the last game that these two played. In a minute, we had 2 scores, a field goal, a touchdown, a punt block, and a field goal, all within a minute of play. Anything can happen in 60 seconds. I think if you're Bryce Hopkins, you remember that game pretty well just a couple weeks ago, and you think, minute 1 on the clock. I'm going to take my chances with my quarterback, Baker, who needs a bit of confidence going into halftime after throwing 2 interceptions, one giving St. Francis the 14-10 lead.
And, of course, then I'll flip it and say, just hand it off and get to halftime safely, and let's talk about it.
Are we going to take 2 kneels here as well, Paul?
That's the difference in our ages, folks.
14-10, not as flashy as a 17-14 halftime lead for Canisius as they'd like to picture it.
But, one thing about being this far down the field for Canisius, there's a lot of grass to defend for St. Francis. So let's see what happens here.
2nd down and long, about 8 to go. Snap to Baker, hands off up the middle. Getting to around the 20-yard line and being tackled there is the Canisius running back in Thomas. 51 and counting now as the clock will wind down here. 3rd down and short for Canisius. They send 2 receivers to the left. Tight end on the left side of the line. Baker looks left side to the sideline. It falls out of bounds. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down now. Now, if you're St. Francis, you ask yourself the same question, Paul. Okay, we're going to line up for a punt return here. Watch out for the trickery, of course, but inside their own territory. We can't imagine Canisius will go for this, as the punting unit will come out for the Crusaders.
So funny as we're talking about it. If I was Franny's, I'm 10 men on the line pushing it. I'm going to try to block this kick and keep the ball. But it looks more like Coach Smith is going to have a two-man back to get that ball and maybe try to attack the end zone that way.
Deep to receive this is Kamal Clark. Snap goes to the gunner. They'll take it themselves, and Canisius will fight for the 1st down beyond the 25-yard line. 1st down for the Crusaders. They quickly, I believe, take a timeout. No, they wind the clock. 26 and counting now.
Yeah, I don't think either team has any timeouts.
Canisius just took their last timeout. That's correct, yes. So 1st and 10 with 15 and counting here. Canisius hurries up to the line. They've got 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Man in the backfield and Baker in shotgun. Baker takes the snap, throws short, and that'll fall incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds on the clock. Intended on that play for Filion. 5 seconds to go. Canisius, are we trying an Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary pass on this one?
Well, that would be what, about 80 yards in the air. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe a hitch and go. Or
I heard him a D1 contract if he could hit it.
What are those, the hitch and toss back to another receiver coming from behind? I'm not putting anything past this game.
It's a handoff up the middle.
Okay.
That will wind the clock down and end the first half of play from Polian Family Field. It's a 14-10 lead for the home St. Francis Red Raiders. They had the bye last week. They get the home game for the championship against Canisius. 14-10 is our score after 2 quarters of play. We'll be back with half number 2 from Polian Family Field after these short messages. You're watching the Western New York Athletics stream on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, westernnewyorkathletics.com. We thank you for joining us for this contest. We'll be back with half number 2.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF and...
.300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being, our passion.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube.
We welcome you back to Polian Family Field, St. Francis High School for half number 2. We do need to let you know we won't have a camera broadcast. There is a camera on the way. It's on Route 5 on its way to Polian Family Field. Until we get that camera, though, our camera has died. So we will give you the second half of action here, radio broadcast style from the 40-yard line. Canisius kicks it off. and it will float all the way into St. Francis territory, take a Canisius bounce towards the 20-yard line. Falling on it along the far sideline are a bunch of bodies. It pops free again, now to the 25-yard line. Looks like Canisius has recovered. Canisius gets the ball to start half number 2 off the kickoff, and they're inside St. Francis territory at the 26-yard line.
Kickoff is recovered by the Crusaders.
That kick just went up in the air, lands, bounces a little to the left, picked up by Franny's, but never truly picked up and squirted back out. Another special teams mistake.
Not 100%, but it looked like number 7, Dyrell Howard-Dolson, that got on that one, as he came back to the sideline to a bunch of handshakes and high fives. 1st and 10 for Canisius. They send 2 out wide to each side with 1 in the backfield, Baker in shotgun. And we've got a timeout quickly called by St. Francis. It'll be the first timeout of this second half. 11:54 still yet to play in quarter number 3. Just 6 ticks off the clock in this quarter. Timeout St. Francis. As we've got momentarily, we've got a bit of video feed for you on the broadcast. Enjoy it while we got it.
Jake, we were just talking during the halftime. I said, I just don't have a feeling like this, that there's anybody with rhythm. So I'm an old football guy. So we were always taught rhythm, get in a rhythm. Either it's run, pass, whatever. But with the snafus on special teams, each team has been able to capitalize a little bit, or the interceptions, which just works against rhythm.
Mm-hmm. 2 interceptions for St. Francis on the day has set up their 2 scores. They're up 14-10 here, just underway in half number 2. It was an interception on the first drive of the game for Canisius that St. Francis ran all the way back inside the 10. Eventually, Jimmy Scott with the touchdown there, and then a pick 6 for Logan Rieska to end the first half, puts St. Francis up 14-10. First down and 10 out of the timeout. Handoff to the left side, and fighting for extra yards there are the Crusaders, and they'll get about 5 on the play. Right along that left hash mark, as that was Thomas on the carry.
Lamar Thomas, the ball carrier.
Second down and about 6 to go here from the 22-yard line.
2nd and 6.
3 wide right, 1 way wide right. 2 closer to the line of scrimmage. Baker in shotgun, empty backfield. Now a man in motion. Will get the handoff on the jet sweep. Cuts inside, looks to turn upfield, and will get down to around the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for Canisius. Just what the doctor ordered for Canisius on that one, as they get the opening half kickoff, or the second half kickoff rather. They recover inside St. Francis territory. Now they pick up a first down, and they're in the red zone.
Another change in this half, if you noticed, Canisius has moved away from the hurry up. Now they're huddling up. Perhaps that's a change Coach Gorman wanted, maybe to be able to get that communication a little tighter. It's worked the first 2 plays.
2 in the backfield. Baker in shotgun, takes it, bobbles the snap, now runs forward. He's tackled there by number 11, Gavin Calkins. He'll pick up a few on the play, not too many though. 2nd down and about 7 to go.
Baker, an RPO, looking like he's going to hand it off, pulled it back out, and he must have hit the running back's hip. The ball just flew up, and he was very fortunate to grab it still.
Number 23, Rod Miller in the backfield on that one, along with Thomas and Baker. They line up in the same formation now with 2 in the backfield, 2 wide to the left. Baker will hand it off. This one to Rod Miller.
Miller with the carry.
Gets met by the St. Francis D-line. Linebackers fill the holes well, and it'll be a minimal gain, if any, here, bringing up 3rd down for the Crusaders. Just near the 10-yard line.
Gain of a couple, 3rd and 6.
Two running backs again out there for Canisius now. One-on-one coverage out wide to the left. 2 receivers to the right. Baker looks sidelined, now is set for the snap. In motion is a running back to the left side. Baker looks right side, and the D-line gets to him there. Baker taken down in the backfield. That was number 50 on the sack for St. Francis, Balam Miller. He's had his name called a few times tonight on that D-line for St. Francis as the sophomore makes his impact known. Correction, no, he is a junior. The junior makes his impact known on that play. It'll bring up 4th down, and Canisius looks like they're going to send out the kicking unit again here. They're 1 for 2 on the day for field goals.
And really a smart play by Baker, though. He didn't see anybody open. He tucked it a little bit and just taken the sack. Sometimes I have a saying, sometimes less is more. It was a very smart play on his part.
Here's Alec Reynolds now, lined up for a 30-yard kick. He's right in between the hashes. Reynolds gets this one up. It'll sail to the left and fall way wide on that one, wide left, as that wind is really flying out there. It takes that ball and carries it all the way, kind of like your golf shot, Paul, all the way to the left there, hooks that one.
Which is why I say I'm a very good golf cart driver, and I didn't mean the drive off the tee. We're looking at the American flag waving out there, and it is at full glory right now. It must be about 20, 25 miles an hour, cutting across from our right to left, and that ball takes off. Looks like it's going to go in, and you could just see the wind take it and push it left.
St. Francis, 4 wide handoff. Will go up the middle. Falling forward is Kidd. It'll be a short gain.
And in Buffalo, we never say wide left or wide right.
Just a miss.
Just a miss.
I don't want to strike any PTSD into our Bills fans' heads. That one, though, another Canisius miss, though, and in this wind, you have to question Brian Gorman, the head coach of Canisius' decision to kick 2 field goals here. That's 6 points left off the board for Canisius. Potentially, if they go for one of those on 4th down, who knows where we're at now. But this game that we're watching here, 14-10 with 7:50 to go. Here is Otrumba, rolling left, pressure on him. He's going to tuck it and try to get to the sideline, and he will do so after getting a shove from the Crusader coming across the field, number 4, Jaden Baker, rather. Otrumba picks up about 6 on the play.
Yeah, really smart play, though, by Otrumba. He's coming to his left. He might have had a man a little bit over the middle, and I know he looked at him, but a smarter play. Otherwise, he's going to have to throw that ball off platform, across his body, into danger. He picked up 6 yards. It's a good play.
It's a difference that we've seen in Otrumba from last year to this year. Last year, maybe trying to force the pass a bit too much over the middle of the field. This year, though, Smart goes through his progressions, hits his first read. It's not there. I feel the pressure. I roll out to the sideline and pick up the yards that I can. And on that one, a 6-yard gain. The play following a minimal gain. It'll pick up a 4th down here for St. Francis in their own territory at the 29-yard line. 7.5 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
St. Francis going for it.
You got to look at the big body for the Crusaders on the D-line in number 75, Colin Smith. The snap, handoff inside, will fight for extra yards. St. Francis thinks they have it. The spot is right at the 30-yard line. This might be short. We saw the chain gang come out for a quite clear first down earlier in the contest. We'll see if they bring them out for this one all the way on the near side hash. They place it right at the 30-yard line. It's right where the sticks were, as St. Francis had it at the 20. It's marked to the right side of the 30-yard line, though, so not quite over it. We'll have to see what this ruling is.
Yeah, we're really going to have to see where the nose of the ball is. The 30-yard mark or line marker was the first down, but most of that ball is back towards the 29, so here they are, and they're going to measure it out and see what happens.
The ball placed at the 30, and the nose of the football. Oh, it's even close for even the fellas watching the ball get placed and measured here. The official, I don't know what he's taking a peek around for. He sees it. He'll make a call. The official telling Jerry Smith to get off the field. He gives St. Francis the first down.
I was going to run down with my credit card, see if there's any space in between, because those officials were looking at it for about felt like a minute.
Understandably, Jerry Smith upset that was quite clear at the 30-yard line. He wanted the call right away. The head official, though, taking his time making that call, almost, you see, a Will McCulley-type call, getting the attention on him, the spotlight for a little bit, making the call. The first down marker is given to St. Francis. The crowd's into it here. Both sides fired up. The St. Francis Red Raider faithful on their sideline right in front of where that call was. The fans and the students especially saw that one. 1st and 10 for St. Francis. Otrumba will line up in the backfield. No, Otrumba's under center, rather, as we've got 2 in the backfield. Scott's out there wearing number 1 at fullback.
And really, you want that, again, that rhythm. Get it, measure it, go. Let's go. And I think that's what Coach Smith is saying. Come on, let's get it moving.
Otrumba under center. Looked like he took that one and gave it to Scott, but it'll be a minimal gain. It'll bring up 2nd down as the big man gets the handoff inside. You know, you listen to Los Angeles Chargers head coach Brandon Staley talk about running the football, and sometimes when you're a pass-heavy offense, you don't get the physicality of football into your team right away. This second half starts, and St. Francis puts this one on the ground, and they get the big man involved early in their own territory, even after we talked to Coach Smith, and he says he wants to save him for short yardage at the goal line and in the red zone. Well, here he gets that physicality involved in the game early in the second half as they get the big man the handoff there. Now Otrumba takes the snap, fires over the middle, falls incomplete, intended on the play for number 23, Logan Riska.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think I was mentioning watching the game 3 weeks ago and then rewatching it. I just saw the Canisius team defensive line getting tied up. This game, they've been shedding their blocks much better, and I think Coach Smith says, "Look, we're going to push them off the line, guys. We're going to start dominating," or at least that's his hope to do.
Otrumba takes the snap. He has to step up. The Canisius D-line is all over him. Otrumba turning and still hanging on to the football. Comes to the near sideline where finally he's taken down inside the 35-yard line.
Otrumba is sacked on the play.
And I know it's painful to watch this series if you're a St. Francis fan. But again, you want to wear down that Canisius line. The only way you're going to do it is by hitting, and hitting. And you're hoping to keep this lead or keep it very close, get into that 4th quarter, and then be able to pop a couple good size runs, some chunk yardage. Then I call it's old-fashioned smash mouth football.
Getting this one away is Nowak as he had to run to his right while he punted that one. Returning it is Canisius at their own 40. They stumble for about a pickup of 3 on the return.
Punt is returned to the 43.
It'll be a Canisius football on their own side of the field, 1st and 10 at their own 43. But when you look at that previous drive, Paul, for St. Francis, 2 run plays on 1st and 2nd down, 1 to the big man in Scott. When he's in the backfield, maybe at that point you try to set up a play action, fake it to Scott. Everyone's expecting the run with the 6 foot, what is he listed at, 6'3", 250 in the fullback position. Maybe that's when they're just setting something up for later in this contest when they bring out that same package. Because it was a minimal gain, and everyone knew they were running the football once number 1 stepped on the field.
And though we're still in that 3rd quarter, more towards the end with 5 minutes left, again, I think trying to wear down some of that Canisius defensive lineman.
Almost a miscommunication in the backfield. Lamar Thomas gets it out of the hands of Baker before he is taken down, as St. Francis was back there with the Bear, Jimmy Scott, at the 41-yard line. About a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for Canisius.
It's funny, during this game I've noticed with Baker's handoffs, they've been very close. The bodies are very close to each other. And a couple of times I thought the running back almost did try to grab it from him. He didn't want to give it up.
Baker, empty backfield, throws right side to the hash mark, and it's caught and complete beyond the 50-yard line before Riska makes the tackle. It'll be Nino Morgan on the catch.
So with those RPOs, that's an art form in itself. The quarterback has to have the final say, so to speak, and the running back has to back off a little bit.
It comes down to confidence at that point with those RPOs, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of repetition, a lot of reps.
And he's going to see where his key read is, and if he wants it, he's taking it back.
3 to the left. Stepping up in the pocket is Baker. Ball comes out. Falling on it is St. Francis. This is going to be a Red Raider football. Aaron Roseborough falls on it again.
Aaron Roseborough with the recovery.
Baker, another turnover in this one. Can't be happy with himself. He's got 2 picks and now 2 fumbles on the day. 14-10 the score. Canisius 2 missed field goals as well in this contest. For St. Francis will get the ball in their own side of the field at the 43-yard line.
So I'll reach into my best Ted Lasso comparison, right? So they're talking about memory. You have to have a memory of a goldfish. Baker, I think, as you pointed out, had 4 turnovers, really. So he's got to come back on the next drive. The memory of a goldfish. He's got to put those behind him for him to lead his team.
Kidd with the run on first down. Another first down run call from Jerry Smith and St. Francis. No gain, 2nd down and 10. So we see Kamal Clark check in.
Sometimes when the quarterback's having a tough
look out
game.
for Aaron Lawrence here. Sorry about that. Look out for Aaron Lawrence. Number 29 just checks into the game. He had that game-winning touchdown in overtime here. This is his first snap on the day as he just checks in here. Keep an eye on the near side. And it's him in motion. Lawrence goes now all the way to the right sideline. In shotgun is Otremba. Pump fakes near side. Looking this side. He's got 2 men in coverage. What a catch there as Lamar Thomas made the play, but he was way out of bounds after he caught that one. The Canisius coaching staff, however, thought he was in play, but we'll let the officials determine that one on the field. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Yes, we're in close quarters, and the Canisius coaches are right to our left. And yes, they were trying to argue out that it was an interception. It was, but he was clearly out of bounds.
It was an incredible catch, though, behind the back. He kept the hand on it.
It was pretty cool.
Quite clearly out of play here right in front of us at the press box. 3rd down and 10 at the 43-yard line. St. Francis, you would assume, look to the air here. They've got one in the backfield in Clark. High snap handled by Otremba. Pressure put on by Darrell Hamilton. We've got a flag on the field. Hamilton was into the backfield quickly. 5'10", 255. The big man got back there on Otremba. The call is against St. Francis. A holding call will back them up even more. Although if you're Canisius, do you accept this penalty on the hold?
So now I'll channel my best Coach McDermott.
Penalty is declined.
He declined it, same as the Bills did, and I would argue out that I like pushing teams backward.
The yardage or the downage, that's the big question. So they take the 4th down and 10 now, as they know that St. Francis hasn't been able to beat them on the ground yet. They keep trying to go to the ground. It's frustrating if you're a Red Raider fan watching this team continue to hand the ball off in the backfield and not get much out of it, as you know you've got such a talented quarterback in Steve Otremba under center. Looks like St. Francis is going to go for it, though, as they keep the offense on the field, up by 4 points in the 3rd quarter of play. What a massive 4th down here. Snap high for Otremba. He's got to get rid of it. Pressure's on, and a sack on 4th down. The ball comes out. They say that the play was dead. Regardless, what a play from number 1, Darrell Hamilton.
Second snap in a row that just came up way too high for him for Otremba to handle. And just threw the whole timing off, and we see a flag.
Flag was against St. Francis. Canisius declined right away. They want the football inside Red Raider territory at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Crusaders. How about what a drive from Darrell Hamilton as he gets in the backfield on back-to-back plays after high snaps. Capitalizes on the opportunity. The sack on 4th down gives not only Canisius the football. You think about how they declined that penalty. They took the downage. The down now 1st and 10 for Canisius inside St. Francis territory at the 35. Baker in shotgun takes the snap. Handoff now cutting to the right sideline and trying to break the angle. Not able to set the edge was the Canisius running back. He gets hit out of bounds. As that was Thomas.
Thomas, the ball carrier.
And he took a lick at the end. That's an old-fashioned football hit.
We've yet to see the lead running back in terms of carries for Canisius and Kareem Hathcock, the junior. He had 70 touches on the season entering today. He hasn't been on the field once for Canisius, as they keep riding the hot hand in Lamar Thomas. As here's Baker in the pocket, rolling to the right, pressures on. He has to throw on the run to the sideline. It falls incomplete.
Baker's pass incomplete.
Both defensive fronts are really, really putting the heat on the quarterbacks, making it very difficult to throw. Baker, as he's rolling out there, I'm just thinking sometimes it's just better to just toss it out of bounds, play for that third down, but he tried to connect, and the ball was in the ground in any case.
Jimmy Scott, Connor Miller with the pressure off the D line for St. Francis, and now a 3rd and long here, 3rd and 9 for Canisius. Baker in shotgun, steps up, tucks it, and he'll go up the middle, right into Jimmy Scott, and then he gets wrapped up and taken down by number 54, Desmond Dixon.
54, Desmond Dixon with the tackle.
This will bring up a 4th down for Canisius after a pickup of about 2 on the quarterback keeper.
4th down and 8.
150 counting. In the 3rd quarter of play, Canisius needs a conversion here, you would think, to build on some momentum after the forced turnover. Baker looking over the middle. Pass is caught. He was around the 25-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. We could have another ruling here. It's a generous spot for the Crusaders as they put it at just before the 25 at the 26-yard line. This looks like it could be short.
Just short of the 25.
Oh.
The official bobbled the ball in the hand. So did you see that? The official bobbled the ball in the handoff. The spotter goes back to the sideline. The official loses the spot. Then he replaces it, and he looked like he put it a bit short on that one.
Yeah, that ball wasn't where he put it originally.
That was a misjudge.
Yeah.
He dropped the football.
Yep, he dropped the football. This can be an official talking to an official about an official. Well, where do we put the ball?
You got to bring the side judge back in to get the spot of where the original spot was on the play. He turned his back and started heading back to the sideline, and they're going to worry about where this football is. We don't know if it's first down for St. Francis, if it's first down for Canisius.
You know, you had mentioned it was a generous spot on the catch, and I thought, he rolled and maybe, kind of was rolling. But no, okay.
They give the ball to St. Francis on the spot. Otrumba says, thank you very much. He'll set up in the shotgun with one behind him. And the handoff will go to Kidd. Nice tackle there made at the defensive line.
To let our viewers know, the coaches next to us did not agree with that call and spot.
Nick Ciriello on the tackle, wearing number 41 in white for Canisius. The senior tripped up Kidd just as he turned the corner there. A minute 10 and counting remaining in the 3rd quarter. St. Francis up by 4, driving in their own territory here, just at their own 30-yard line. Fullback out there. Handoff will go to the far sideline, fighting for extra yards of the Red Raiders. They get beyond the 30-yard line before Canisius wraps them up in Kidd. It'll be a 3rd down for St. Francis. St. Francis up by 4. They don't want to force the pass, but also when you look at how their running game has been going so far in their own territory, you think you got to turn to the pass at some point here on this drive, and it could be here, 3rd and about 6.
It could be. It just seems to me like Coach Smith is willing to just burn that clock, get into the 4th quarter, even if it means handing the ball off here again.
Otrumba, and there's a flag. That's going to be a false start. They blow the play dead. Looked like St. Francis. Everybody moved a bit early on that one. Maybe a late snap from the center. But that'll back them up, and now we look definitely going to the air here on what will be 3rd and about 10. However, it does stop the clock. 10 seconds remain in the third quarter. We started out with fireworks here in the second half. Canisius recovers their own kick, but nothing doing there. They weren't able to capitalize. Back and forth they go. No scoring in quarter number 3 as the clock winds down to zeros. That's the end of the third quarter of play. We'll have the final 12 minutes of action here from Polian Family Field, St. Francis High School for the Monsignor Martin Championships. Which is why I'm so shocked why they're kicking field goals from 30.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Like Beckham.
We're back from St. Francis High School, Polian Family Field. It's a St. Francis football, 3rd and 10 here in their own territory. Otrumba takes the shotgun snap. Looking left, he throws over the middle. It falls incomplete. We'll have a 4th down and 10 for St. Francis.
Dicey area to throw the ball. It was still well short of the first down.
He was looking for Rieska on the play. Rieska now shaken up. He hobbles his way to the sideline.
And I think Rieska is one of his favorite targets, too. I just thought throwing that ball in the middle is a little chancy there.
Rieska now, got to keep an eye on him. He's got an interception today for a touchdown, a pick 6 in the first half that, as the clock was winding down in the second quarter, gave St. Francis the lead. He's now on the sideline, shaken up a bit after the previous play. The punt is gotten away by Luke Nowak, and it stays inside the 50 momentarily before bouncing and taking a St. Francis hop all the way to the 47-yard line where they'll down it. 1st and 10 for Canisius, 11:45 to go in the fourth quarter. This one's a barn burner here for the Monsignor Martin Championship title.
Franny's got that kickoff in about 2 seconds. And if it was 2.5, they might have been blocked again. Canisius really had a good punt rush on.
First and 10 for Canisius at the 46-yard line. Baker in shotgun, one behind him. Baker hands it off, and deep in the backfield there, Jimmy Scott was there as well as number 51, Hayden Marling. As the Red Raiders were all over, they sent the house on first down, and they get to him.
I call Scott, the play like that with Scott, that's a man's play. That was all muscle, speed, and just popped the running back right away.
A loss of about 5 on the play. Baker in shotgun. 2 to each side. Pressure comes. He throws. One-on-one coverage. He's got his man. Oh, and it falls incomplete. You hear the reaction from the crowd and the coaches in the press box. He had him wide open. It was one-on-one coverage.
St. Francis lined up in man coverage press. No safeties. Everybody, 4 wide out, so 7 blitzed, and
they left one-on-one coverage outside where Michael Doctor, all but green grass in front of him. He had a touchdown and the lead in front of him. It just falls out of his hands. Everyone saw the light flash, 14-10 is where we stand, and now a 3rd and long. Baker stands in the pocket, 2 to each side, fires same spot to the left side. Oh, and he went up to try to make the play over the St. Francis defenseman. Nothing doing there. The Frannies get the stop. The Red Raiders force a 4th down now. Credit Kamal Clark in coverage on the play. As Jerry Smith said before the game, he is the real deal at corner.
Right, and that is about as high a praise as you're going to get from Coach Smith. That was a great defensive play. Thinking of the play before, Doctor is his favorite receiver. He's wide open, perfect throw, and nobody feels worse than that young man. But, once again, have the memory of the goldfish. He's got to put it behind him.
Michael Doctor, the junior, 38 receptions on the year, tied him for the lead for Canisius receivers, 711 yards, put him in first place amongst Canisius wideouts with 7 touchdowns on the year, all leading the Crusaders. 4th down and now 14, and they'll line up to punt with Alex Reynolds.
Thanks, Pete. Didn't see it. Yep, I didn't see that either. Timeout for injury.
And we've got an injury timeout on the field. We'll take a break as well. We'll rejoin you with the 4th quarter. 10:53 to go in quarter number 4. It's 14-10 St. Francis. This is Western New York Athletics.
It's true.
We're back.
When it's time to sell your home,
injured player is tended to on the sideline now. 4th down and long. Reynolds lines up to punt this one away for Canisius. Standing at about his own 25-yard line is the St. Francis returner. It goes over the hands of Reynolds. He'll fall on it inside his own territory. Another special teams blunder. Canisius turns it over deep inside their own territory. St. Francis recovers. 1st and 10. We've seen snaps from both centers on the years they're talking about in the booth. Snaps from both centers go high over each quarterback's heads, and this one a punter.
Now, I don't know what was going to happen, but I thought to myself, this is a great time go for it, because, the time, 10 minutes left, you need to do something, and instead that ball it was a riser. It was from the center, it was just going straight, just so fast and up and high. And a huge turnover.
Otrumba under center, pitches it to the near side where he's got Kimmel Clark, tries to turn the corner, a flag thrown late on the play.
Hit with the carry, and there is a flag down.
Seem to think this one could be against Canisius. Happened right in front of that St. Francis sideline. They were all calling for it. Face mask called against the Crusaders. A crucial 15-yarder here, as the original line of scrimmage was at the 25. This one might put them all the way at the 10-yard line for a 1st and goal inside the red zone. They mark it off from where the penalty occurred. It'll set them up for a 1st and 1 at the 15-yard line. Make that the 14, looking to get to the 13 here. 10:35 and counting to go in the final frame here from St. Francis High School, and the Red Raiders are driving. Pitch to Clark, inside cut, still running there, get the legs churning, pushing the line forward. Clark's going to go into the end zone. No, they mark him just shy as he fought his way to the goal line. Clark get the legs moving, got the bodies moving with him. He's down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal for St. Francis.
He is one tough running back to take down. And as you've said earlier, he just keeps churning and churning and churning his legs.
5'10", 190, looked like Marshawn Lynch on that one. They give the handoff to Scott at the goal line. His 2nd touchdown on the day. Touchdown, St. Francis.
A 20-10 lead, 10 minutes left. We're going to see, it's really going to be testing the Canisius medal.
This home field advantage, that's what they play for in the regular season. It's coming in quite handy for the Red Raiders as the fire trucks are firing off now here at Polian Family Field. And the extra point lined up is Luke Nowak. He kicks it as the pressure came. He got it